All right, what's up, people? That took y'all some time, man. That took y'all some time, but y'all finally broke the tie on the video that you wanted to see. So it was a tie between two for a long time, and then finally somebody fucking broke it. Thank you, Jesus, or Jesus. I don't know. It looks like we put him on the operating table, and it looks like Mr. Armstrong is. I think Mr. Armstrong's doing just fine. Legs, no. I mean, I got to give it to him, man. He took care of business against the Strongs, man. Stretch, you're the man. Just don't fuck around with that guy and you'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucking blaster cannon. Okay, so why all the preamble? Well, because to me this is another one of those videos where I'm going to do the unexpected. Okay, so the topic winner was, and these were all my things except for Happy Clam Guy actually thought outside the box. That's why his video got made first. Grab that bull by the horns, bro. You feel me? So the way I phrased this was the importance of form in ritual magic. And by form, what I mean is doing things according to a specific laid out plan of operation. So it's not necessarily the words you say, although that could be a part of it. But it's the order in which you do things, first of all. Like, so for example, in the Golden Dawn system, there's something called the Lesser Banishing Ritual of the Pentagram. And you're supposed to both open and close your ritual with this ritual, within a ritual. It's just given that that's how you're going to operate. Whereas if you're a practicer of voodoo, your form is entirely fucking different than that. You're probably not doing a banishing at all. So the question becomes, especially given the two examples I just gave, and trust me, I could give countless more. Is it, you bump into what I call the problem of religion, which is that when you consider the sheer number of religious worldviews, you realize something very simple. They can't all be true. Unless we live in some kind of clown world where everybody gets thrown. Don't even get me started on that. Okay? They can't all be true. As a matter of fact, 99.9% of them are going to be mostly false. Now, you might have a few that split the difference and get to say we were the most correct. So they're like, oh, we batted, at a 75, which in baseball would be awesome. In baseball, you got to beat is that 333. And then you're fucking putting a fucking a foot on a plate every fucking time at bat. But we don't need to get into that. 75%. Right? Well, somebody's got to be even close. I mean, there's got to be some theory that's at least close. Maybe at a 50%. I don't know. Oh, but I digress. We want to talk about the importance of form in ritual magic. And what I would say is that, so for example, if I'm playing Monopoly, do I roll a dice in Monopoly? Yes, I do. If I'm playing chess, do I roll a dice in chess? No, I don't. Unless we're trying to fucking argue over who gets to play black. There's my Monopoly. Connect 4. Do we roll dice in Connect 4? Well, I mean, only if you want to see who goes first. Well, Connect 4 is kind of like just an exaggerated form of tic-tac-toe. It's a solved fucking game. So you can always draw if you know what the fuck you're doing. And I prove that to my son a lot, but he still thinks he can beat me in that game. Every now and then it happens. And usually those times are associated with a little bit too much in the pipe, if you catch me. So, yeah, all this is relevant. I'm sorry. Got off topic a little bit, except I was always on topic. The point being is that rolling the dice is a very important part of Monopoly's development, meaning it determines which square you land on, which determines your opportunities within the game. I don't know if you remember this game called, it was another Parker Brothers, thing. It was called Life, or they marketed it the Game of Life. Now, most people don't know you didn't roll a die in that game. They had a spinner. That's right, a spinner with a needle, with the numbers around the edge. And you spun that shit. Right? It's another, randomization mechanism, although I would argue that it's a little bit less fair than dice, especially if you know how the fucking thing works. But hey, those were the rules of that game. So what I'm saying, to bottom line it, the importance of form to ritual is contained within the particular ritual game or metagame that you're playing. Which is why, and I know this is going to rub people the wrong way, which is why when correspondents go overseas to the Middle East, if they're women, they cover their heads. Because they want to keep the neck attached. You feel me? They're playing by the rules of the game that they're playing at the time. Do you think these women really do that all the fucking time? Obviously not. But when you start playing Monopoly, get ready to roll some dice. You feel me? It's really that simple. And I think this, chaos magic actually puts this to the lie, which is that what matters is something else. See my chaos magic video, which is something else entirely, which you might call the material element as opposed to the formal element. So the material element would be solved by concepts such as mana, which is like your own personal, like magical energy level, or chi, which would be the same thing from the Chinese perspective. So those are the material elements. I think those are far more important than the formal elements, although I do think if you're working within a form, you need to stay true to the laws and rules of that form. Because otherwise this shit might backfire. Seriously, there are built-in protections to every fucking system. These are egregores. They're non-conscious egregores. They're kind of like matrices within a, how should we put this? A psychic epiphenomena. That like if enough of us believe a certain thing to be true, it kind of manifests in a way. But I don't want to get into that because this is a whole other ball of fish. But how did fish end up in a ball? I don't know. You tell me in the comments. But that's that. The importance of form and ritual magic. It's important within the system. Don't get meta with it.